Right, we've got this beautiful view today. Eric's ignoring the camera.
You alright, Eric?
And then, this is what I've got to look at.
Hello.
Pirate Mark with his patch.
Well, it's not quite Pirate Mark with my patch, but...
So, where have you been today?
I've been to QA, Queen Alexandra Hospital. I go once a month. I think it's normally a Wednesday, and I go once a month for 5 months it's going to be.
I think if you're a bit squeamish, put your fingers in your ears now. Why are you going?
Because I'm diabetic, I've got to have I've got a thing called macular degeneration. So that's the train.
Just the train going by.
I've got a thing called macular degeneration, which effectively means that my eyesight is failing in this eye. So as a result of that, they have to inject me in the eye once a month for the next 5 months. So I've been along and I've had my 3rd injection of the 5. And what they do is they swab your eye out, and then
They
they
give you
put
an
anaesthetic in the
first,
eye,
don't they?
and then they clamp the eye open with a thing that they cover your face with, and they inject a thing called Eyelia. So it's a normal size injection, and they just sort of come and they tell you to look right and down, so you have to look down to the right, and then they tell you that you'll feel a faint amount of pressure, and it is like somebody pushing a pen nib to your eyeball, and then they say, can you see the bubbles? And then you see the bubbles, and they say, right, you're all done. So whilst it may sound
You were petrified the first time, weren't you?
absolutely terrified, who wouldn't be?
Yeah.
I can't think of anywhere else on the human body, well, I can think of one place on the human body where somebody says, do you know what, we're going to stick a needle in it. And I think probably if you took a straw poll of people, and anybody can feel free to, say in the comments below whether they think an injection in the eye is palatable or not. I certainly didn't think so, but having had it done, it's a doddle.
So for anyone else out there who's having it done,
It's easy, it's not something that I don't look forward to it, but it's not something that I genuinely fear as much as I did the first time. I think the fear of it is greater than the thing itself. Yeah. So as a result of that, you end up with a lovely eye patch and a nice
scary eye.
bloodshot eye. So yeah.
So for that reason, we can't move the boat for a couple of days, can we?
No, not for a couple of days.
But we managed to. We moved before knowing that you were going to be out of action for a few days, didn't we?
We did, yeah.
So we're in a beautiful spot.
Stunning, absolutely stunning location.
So we can't get better than this, really, can you?
No, not at all.
A lovely noisy Eric. No idea what he's barking for. Just likes to put his 2 pennies worth in, doesn't he?
Mm.
So the weather's changed quite considerably in the last week or so. We've gone from wearing t-shirts to now, as you can see, it's really cold. We're just going from Wilcott to Pewsey to pick up some water, and then we're going to see where we can moor after that. Unfortunately, the canal dropped by 4 inches last night. No one knows where the water's gone, but so everyone's having to use the centre of the canal so as not to get stuck, and we're all having to go very, very, very slow. So it could take us a little while just to go maybe 2 miles. It's definitely autumn. Got beautiful coloured trees on this side, and then the opposite side got these, I think they're yew trees. Are we ready?
We're ready.
It's a shame, it's a beautiful mooring spot here.
It is.
Fusey.
Any pins, have I?
I will double check the pins.
Just double check I've not left any pins.
Off we go.
Off we go. Right. Pick a spot where we're going to moor, Joe.
Okay, will do. See you in a bit.
In a bit.
So we've been on this beautiful spot for 2 weeks now. The visitor moorings that are 2 days turned to 2 weeks during the winter. Which is really, really nice. So we've had the first part of the Kennet and Avon Canal, we've actually found some rings and some visitor moorings. So we've stayed here for 2 weeks, but unfortunately our time is up and we have to move on a bit further. You kind of get used to a place at a time and it becomes your next favourite mooring space. So we're going to go on to Milkhouse Water now and see what there is there. And you don't want to be mooring here. No. I need to come and pick some of these hawthorns later to make some hawthorn brandy. autumn is absolutely beautiful. A beautiful turn